how many inquiries we've had in regards to the 190 visa that just came out last week. Obviously, I would rather do a live stream. We did one online on WeChat. We did one, obviously, we're going to do one today, and we're going to obviously bring in someone that's actually been through the process tomorrow, and she's going to have to obviously go through it with you guys as well. We want people to best understand it so that obviously when it does come about that time to utilize the 190, you know what best to do and you know what to look out for as well. All right. So today we're going to begin by talking about the updates. So one, there is a new list for WA as a thing. All right. The new list for WA, you have to meet the requirements for migration. You have to live in Western Australia and meet the English requirements. The English requirements set out by the state is IELTS 7 for any management occupations and IELTS 6 for professional occupations. Note that this list is 114 occupations, and it's opened doors for a lot of people such as accountants, general accountants, who have been struggling in the last year to get some sort of permanent migration. Obviously, finance manager still sits at the list, at the graduate list as well. So we do recommend people that do study accounting to obviously do a skill assessment as a finance manager. Give me a second. All right. One major requirement of this new visa is that you will need a full-time employment contract for 12 months and 35 hours or more. Okay, that is a very strict requirement. This contract actually has to be outlined very strictly as well. This contract has to go through everything that meets the Fair Work standards, has to have the employer's name, details, ABN number and whatnot, and your details on there as well. It has to be a very formal contract. We have had clients send us contracts that didn't look too sort of formal, and obviously state has obviously questioned those contracts multiple times as well. Okay. Lastly, you need settlement funds in Australia. If you're single, you're by yourself, it's $20,000. You need to disclose. Obviously, $30,000 for couples and $5,000 for any additional applicants. You need to show this as well. If you're currently residing in Perth or residing in Australia, you should be okay. But this is settlement for funds in Western Australia is actually a requirement by the actual state. All right. Last parts of the list I'm going to go through with you guys. Obviously, we spoke about the requirements, so now we're going to speak about the list. Highlighted in yellow, we've highlighted occupations that have been sort of high in demand on our end. We've had inquiries from people from obviously diesel motor mechanics, disability service officers, fitters and turners, fitters in general actually as well, flying instructors as well, bricklayers, accountants, chefs, cooks, mechanical engineers, mechanical engineering technicians, and draftsperson as well. Pastry cooks, which is actually an interesting one. A lot of we noticed a lot of people have done the pastry cook stream. So if you're a graduate of the pastry cook stream, this could be for you as well. Telecommunications network engineer, all right, telecommunications engineer, floor and wall tiler, and obviously organization and methods analyst. Okay, the last one is more in regards to analyst that is fundamentally a business analyst. All right. So if you do fall under these occupations or any ones on this list, I'll leave it up for quite some time now. Do contact us, ICT security specialists. We've had a few inquiries today about it specifically. I literally just came out of a meeting with one as well, and obviously analyst programmer as well. Okay. If you're an architectural draftsperson, that's an interesting one because we do understand that obviously when you graduate as an architect, it's never that easy to get that job as an architect. So when you do work as an architectural draftsperson, you can be sponsored in WA for permanent residence as well. And at the bottom, the one I didn't add to the list for some odd reason is motor mechanic, which is actually a very common course here in WA, but it's also very common overseas and over east. So if this is a course that you guys are looking into as well, note that these courses do lead to PR if you manage to find a job after you complete it. Okay, you'll see their childcare center managers on there. All right, so if you're obviously in Melbourne, Sydney, you studied a sort of Masters of Education with childcare, this could be something you could look into. I know it's a very popular course over there as well. Okay, so right now this is the list. If you require us to forward you the list, please do let us know and we'll forward it through. But generally speaking, this is the general list. All right, how we would like you to begin. Obviously, we always advise our clients in this manner is to seek employment options right away, as there have been a lot of inquiries about jobs in Western Australia. A lot of employers understand this and they're quite picky in regards to you starting work as well. So start applying ASAP. And if you need any advice in regards to that, please contact us as well. As you know, obviously we can't participate in recruitment, but we can refer you to the right companies as if you wish. Okay. Get ready to relocate to Western Australia, as the requirement for you to reside in Western Australia for this visa period. Note that the visa period is the processing time for this visa is 9 to 12 months. And obviously there is a 3-month gap between every invite round. So the time in Western Australia will be quite a fair bit. Okay. Make sure you meet the English level, as mentioned before, IELTS of 7 for managers, IELTS 6 for professionals. All right. Complete the relevant skills assessment. Do not provide provisional assessments. We understand a lot of you guys will be coming through here with obviously 485 visas, especially something like a chef. But please note you have to complete the full skills assessment as chef before you can even apply for this visa, which means you have to write out the full job ready program as provided by Trades Recognition Australia. Okay. Additional sufficient funds, we've gone through that as well. And I think that's very important for people to understand, as the idea that what we deem as living expenses while in Western Australia. Okay. So just generally that is really about it, I presume, on what we'll be speaking about today. It was just a short update in regards to the 190 visa. If you guys want further information or want us to actually go through a migration pathway with you guys, please contact us via Facebook, email, WeChat, or WhatsApp, or you can even access our webpage and contact us through there, and we'll get back to you from there. We generally come up with unbiased migration advice for all people, so we don't really need you to do a course. We're really just going to put you within whatever stream you're in. Okay, so thank you guys again. I'll leave this up on the screen for quite some time so that you guys understand that as well. So you guys can have a look at that while obviously my stream is being closed. All right, thank you guys for coming through today, and I'll hope to obviously speak to you guys soon.